So with us still reeling from the aftermath that is Infinity War, Kevin Feige revealed some good news for us. And this is news I think we were all kind of expecting, but it was more probably going to be in the lines of, like, television? If anything, that's where it was going to be, but no. It looks like since Kevin Feige talked about it, it looks like it's going to be a thing. That's right, Ms. Marvel, Kamala Khan, is headed for the MCU in the near future. Now, he didn't say when, he didn't say anything else. All he did was confirm that, yes, Kamala is coming to the MCU. And I think that's really cool. I think this is a lot of people what we've been, a lot of us have been waiting for since Kamala showed up. When she first showed up, it was only a matter of time before she showed up in the MCU. But I think first, yeah, we got to get through Captain Marvel, and see where that goes. And yeah, now I don't think she'll be in the Captain Marvel movie because that one's going to be set in the 90s, and she's, you know, Kamala is like 15, 16 years old. So yeah, if she showed up here and then showed up in the present, she'd be like in her 20s. So it wouldn't really match with the character. So anyway. Now, the other thing is, as we do know, and this is going to be interesting, is because, yes, she is Kamala is a Inhuman. And I'm wondering how they're going to explain her powers, like, because the Inhumans are in the MCU, but they're on the TV scale, and yes, the show got canceled, thank God. So I'm wondering if they're going to do the same route as, like, what they did with Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, where they're saying, oh, they're miracles. So maybe they'll do that instead, where it's like, oh, she's not, you know, she was created by something else, like maybe an experiment by Hydra or something to that degree. In any case, I think it's really cool. I've dug this character since she showed up. She's been probably one of the best, alongside with Miles, the best, what was I gonna say? One of the best young characters to come out of the Marvel Universe in recent years, alongside Miles. Speaking of Miles, and speaking of this little image I got right here, I have no doubt in my mind that we are at some point going to get this trio in the MCU. I have no doubt that we are going to have this trio in here. Because we do know Miles is in this universe, thanks to Spider-Man Homecoming. And you know, working on that theory that since Thanos destroyed the Nova Corps to get the Power Stone, which I think a lot of us predicted was going to happen, that, yeah, Thanos was going to destroy the Nova Corps. I just wish we saw it, you know what I mean? That's one of my few little drawbacks I have with Infinity War, where Thanos already has the Power Stone, and we're just told that he destroyed Xandar. I wish we had seen that, but maybe if we get a Nova movie, which I guarantee will probably focus on Sam Alexander. Although I would not be opposed to seeing Richard Rider. But anyway. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be Sam. I'm like 70% sure it's going to be Sam. The other 30% is like, maybe they'll go with Richard. Anywho, point being is that with the Nova Corps gone, maybe, you know, they'll mix a bit of Richard's stuff from Annihilation and you know, give Sam Alexander, like, the power of the Nova Prime. That might be the case. Who knows? I don't know. But point being is that we're going to see Sam, Kamala, and Miles, you know, all in the MCU at some point. That's the big thing here. Now, the other thing with this is that it's going to be interesting to see the casting because, you know, obviously, do not, you know, dear Hollywood, do not whitewash this character. Oh, no, don't do that. But yeah, I'm curious of who they'll find. I'm not, you know, I don't watch a lot of foreign films, so I don't know what actress they could get from you know, the Middle East to play her. So I'm not even going to bother casting for Kamala. So hopefully they'll get someone good. That's all I ask. Someone young and someone who can really embody that kind of like fun, you know, that fun, adventurous spirit Kamala has, while at the same time really playing with, yeah, sometimes she doesn't know what the fuck she's doing, and she admits that. That's going to be the big, you know, that's going to be the big thing here with this. And the other, when could we see her in the MCU? That's the other big question, is like, could we see her? Obviously, it's going to be later on down the road, and with, you know, the Marvel Universe kind of reeling, and no doubt, and obviously I'm going to go into some spoiler territory. It's been like several weeks since Infinity War, so yeah, if you've already won't know what's going on, then yeah, then I don't need to stop spoiling myself or spoiling you guys. But yeah, with every death in the Marvel, when Thanos snapped his fingers, I'm pretty sure a lot of those characters are going to come back. There's no doubt in my mind. It's just a matter of how. But some characters are probably not going to come back. So that's the big thing right here, is that, we're going to need new characters, and since, the next Avengers film is going to be like a finale of the MCU, a sort of finale of everything we've seen so far of the MCU, it's going to be interesting to see where we go from here, in terms of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And yeah, that's kind of the thing, is that I think we needed to grow further in that, and I'm kind of glad that from here on out we're gonna see like more risks out of the MCU. I mean, obviously Infinity War was a big risk; it really paid off. So now it's going to be cool to see where you could go with these with all these new characters, because the Marvel Universe. MCU really needs some new characters out there. Every so often we need some new characters to show up. And Kamala is definitely, or Kamala. I know I'm switching. By the way, I do apologize. I'm switching between pronunciations of the name. I don't know the proper pronunciation for the name, so I'm trying to fit. I know I'm slipping in between, so I do apologize in advance for that. I'm not forgive my stupidity. But anywho, so Kamala is going to be a great pick to just see a new MCU, and hopefully she'll be there with Carol. I'd love to see Carol and Kamala hang out together in the MCU. That'd be great. Hopefully we just don't get Civil War 2. That'd be lovely. And I'm wondering where we go from here, because Spider-Man's still young in this universe, so maybe it'd be cool to see him hang out, and maybe she'll be part of a new Avengers film. Maybe that's where we'll first see her, is in a new Avengers film. That could be the case, but still, this is really cool news. Again, I think it's something we were all expecting to happen at some point. But really, I think a lot of us were expecting Ms. Marvel to show up on the small screen. And, obviously the Inhumans were big at ABC, in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and now the defunct Inhumans show. Thank God, that show was garbage. And not just because I'm not the biggest Inhumans fan as of late, but because, yeah, that show was just not good. Anyway, at least in my opinion, anyway. So that's where a lot of us, including myself, initially thought Kamala was going to appear, was on TV, so they could tie in, oh, look, it's another Inhumans show. But I think that the smart move was to give her her own film. I think that was like a smart play for them to do, in my opinion. So that's going to be cool. It's going to be cool to see where they go with her in this film franchise. And the other thing is, it's going to be interesting to see what rogues gallery she takes on, because Kamala doesn't really have a big rogues gallery, honestly. She does not have the biggest rogues gallery, so maybe they'll do like with Ant-Man, where they'll give her another villain from another rogues gallery, because technically, if you guys remember from Ant-Man, the Ghost is technically an Iron Man villain. Yeah, the Ghost is technically an Iron Man villain. So if they do give her a villain in her own film, it'll probably be like another villain from another a member of someone else's rogues gallery, because she doesn't really have one. I mean, she's had a few villains here and there, but she's never really had a big villain. The other thing is that maybe they'll do a new Warriors film with her, or Young Avengers. There's been a lot of hype for a Young Avengers film. There could be a good case that she could show up in that Young Avengers film. There's the other place where you could definitely see her. So, I'm really curious. I'm really excited and curious to see where they go with her. But it's nice to know that, it's been confirmed that, yes, she is coming to the MCU. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of Ms. Marvel coming to the MCU? Where do you want to see her first appear? Do you want to see her in, like, the Avengers, or Young Avengers, or New Avengers? And what do you want to see from her movie? Just comment below, let me know. And once again, hope you all enjoyed this, because yeah, this is really cool news, and I thought we'd talk about it. But once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.